Hari Om. Let us now continue our study of Shloka 31. Krishna, we saw, said to Arjuna that from the standpoint of his own dharma, Arjuna ought not to waver or hesitate about what he had to do. Swadharmam api cha avekshya na vikampitum arhasi. It doesn't befit you to waver in your mind, said Lord Krishna to Arjuna. A soldier is especially trained in warfare and must practice continually during peacetime to keep the powder dry, as the expression goes, and to keep his wits sharp. If he has to retire before a war actually occurs, his skills go unused. Although it was his and others' good fortune that there was no war. Not to fight is also proper if there is no cause to fight. Not to fight is also proper if there is no cause to fight. But Krishna said, if that same soldier gets a chance to use his training legitimately, that's the crucial word. If that same soldier gets a chance to use his training legitimately, there is no greater opportunity than that to show his skills. Krishna was saying to Arjuna, generally, when such chances come, there is always some legitimacy about them. To shoot someone merely because he or she spoke out of turn is definitely illegitimate. But here, for Arjuna, there was a legitimate chance. Dharmat anapetam dharmyam. Dharmat anapetam dharmyam. That which was not against dharma. The battle, Yuddha, was based purely on dharma, and the one who brought Arjuna to it deserved to be punished. This then was a dharma yuddha, an expression that is often misused. Here, the dharma yuddha was first of all to establish dharma. Also, the person who had flagrantly violated dharma by usurping the kingdom deserved to be punished. Absolutely. Thus, Krishna, as much as said to Arjuna, the battle is right in front of you, Arjuna. You now have a chance to demonstrate your weapons and skill, and it is your duty to do so. Arjuna's weapons had gone unused for a long time. For a long, long time. They had been stockpiled and maintained so that they would not become rusty. Most of his missiles were in the form of mantras. And Arjuna had to repeat these mantras daily because they were the power behind his weapons. This was how the weapons were kept alive and was how Arjuna kept the powder dry. Arjuna had done what was required, and now a time had come when all of his acquired skill was to be used for the purpose for which it was learned and stockpiled. There is a very big message even in this shloka. The phrase keeping the powder dry, keeping the powder dry communicates a lot. It's worth dwelling on that expression. And the previous sentence that Poojya Swamiji mentioned. Most of his missiles were in the form of mantras, and Arjuna had to repeat these mantras daily because they were the power behind his weapons. This was how the weapons were kept alive and was how Arjuna kept the powder dry. We must understand that although the Dharma Yuddha did take place on the Kurukshetra field, there is a Dharma Yuddha that is happening inside our minds daily. There is always a fight between the good and the evil, the Devas and the Asuras, the Daivi Sampats and the Asuri Sampats. We have to repeatedly chant mantras to keep our minds in a sattvic mode, in a Daivi Sampat mode, so that we are ready. We have our wits sharpened by such chanting and ready for any kind of attack from any quarter. Ready such that we are not caught unawares by the attack of Asuri Sampat. The very important message that comes through from this discussion. Keeping the powder dry by chanting mantras, keeping us on our toes, as it were. Like Adi Shankara says in his Bhajagovindam, Kuru avadhanam, mahat avadhanam. Practice alertness, practice utmost alertness. Because one really doesn't know when the Asuri Sampats will get the better of us. Krishna would explain through an analogy of a tortoise how it would withdraw itself into its shell even when it senses danger. The danger is not yet at hand, but even when it senses danger, it will quickly withdraw itself into its shell. Using this example, Chinmayananda Swamiji, Poojya Gurudev, would say that an alert person should take a cue from the tortoise and be ready, be on his toes, be on the alert for facing any challenges from the Asuri Sampats. Even if he senses that there is an Asuri Sampat raising its head, he must immediately take precautionary steps. Keep the powder dry. Such an important message coming through in this shloka, in these words of Poojya Swamiji. Arjuna had done what was required, and now a time had come when all of his acquired skill was to be used for the purpose for which it was learned and stockpiled. We must overcome the Asuri Sampats to progress towards moksha. These are the different situations from which we can learn what is the esoteric message that is coming through from these situations. He did not learn all this to destroy people or to demonstrate his prowess, but to protect dharma. And now was his chance to do so. So, from the standpoint of his own dharma, as to what had to be done, there was no room whatsoever for lamentation or hesitancy. This was one argument that Krishna put to him. This was one argument that Krishna put to him. Another argument Krishna put forward was that for a Kshatriya, especially of Arjuna's stature, there was nothing more appropriate for him to do. What is to be done by you, Arjuna, is to be done by you, and this Yuddha is something that is to be done by you, said Krishna. In verses 32, 33, and 34, Krishna is talking to Arjuna about Arjuna's chance to protect dharma. We will now look at shloka number 32, which reads as follows. Yadrichaya chopapannam Swargadvaramapavrutam Sukhinah kshatriyah partha labhante yuddhamidrisham. Cha, and Partha, O son of Pritha, Arjuna, Yadrichaya, by chance, Upapannam has come, Apavrutam, opened, Swargadvaram, the gates of heaven, Idrisham, of this kind, Yuddham, battle, Sukhinah, lucky, Kshatriyaha, Kshatriyas, Labhante, get. Partha, Arjuna, only lucky Kshatriyas get this kind of battle, which has come by chance and which is an open gate to heaven, says Lord Krishna. Yadrichaya or Yadricha, means chance. Something that happens without your willing or wanting it. A chanced happening. Yadricha. Here, Krishna told Arjuna that the gates of heaven were open to him. This was something that had come to Arjuna without his desiring it. It is said that a person who dies performing his or her duty goes to heaven. It is a karma phala promised by the scripture. Therefore, Krishna said, when you perform your duty properly, Swarga, heaven, will be the result. There is a message again for all of us over here. Krishna's command that all of us engage in the duties that come by as part of our prarabdha, that we are all supposed to execute. We must remember that Krishna is talking to us all through Arjuna. Krishna commands, Krishna decrees that all of us perform our duties properly without really bothering about the results that will be accrued. Swami Paramarthananda would always say, Karma Ananda is immediate. It gives immediate satisfaction. Karma Phala Ananda is anybody's guess. When and where it will fructify is not in our hands. Krishna will explain all this in the upcoming shlokas. Therefore, Krishna said to Arjuna, when you perform your duty properly, Swarga, heaven, will be the result. The gates of heaven have opened for you, Arjuna, without any prayer on your part. That is the significant part. Without any prayer on your part. Krishna also told Arjuna in this verse that this kind of battle, Krishna is Parameshwara. So he knows all this. He knows Arjuna's intentions. He knows that Arjuna didn't pray for this battle. Arjuna didn't want this battle. Arjuna does not want this battle. In spite of that, this has come his way. Krishna also told Arjuna in this verse that this kind of battle, Yuddham Idrisham, is not gained by ordinary people. But only by the very lucky ones. Sukhinaha kshatriyaha labhante. Sukhinaha kshatriyaha labhante. We will continue this lovely discussion in the upcoming capsules and take our study forward from there. Until then, Hari Om. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyad Sajjana Shantimapnuyad Shanto Muccheta Bandhebhyah Muktaschanyan Vimochayet Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ